Hello and welcome back, everyone. Scootsy16 here with another episode of the Elite Discord tournament. And just like the last time, we are going to conclude this tournament with a all-star game. I have selected the champs, which are the SMB All-Stars of my own choosing. And then I have the War Beast, which is the All-Stars from the Elite Discord tournament. So we'll talk through some of those success stories as we get into the matchup, but want to go ahead and get ourselves moving forward here. We're going to be watching, of course, and we are going to the home of the victors, the Bingada Bowl. Is there even an impact? Oh, I guess there is when it's day-night, so let's do evening. That looks nice lighting there. We're going to do a 7-inning game. We'll do designated hitter, and then we'll do the extra runner in the first inning, just because, you know what, I don't want this to go all day. So starting with the first lineup, I'm going to use the suggested lineup here. And as far as the DH goes, and I did set the starting lineup based on their position. So you're going to see Squinch at second base, Blamo in center. I have Hammer in right. Jackie Slam should not be our starting left fielder, but actually I think I put Marvin Steed there. No, where is he? Where's Marvin Steed? Am I going crazy? Oh, there he is. I didn't go down far enough. Marvin's going to be our starting left fielder. Sakta at first. Jock Sports at short. Third baseman will be Beefcake. He's all the way down. Man, I didn't even realize this when I set it up. And then as far as DH goes, let's see. DH, do I want... Jackie could be the DH. Hack could be the DH. Elvis, Marsha. Oh my gosh, all of them, including Norm Phenomeno. Let's let Marsha Brown be the DH. She's not a good defender, so it's not likely she'll come in at the end of this. And Elmo Slayer on the mound for the champs. That'll be the lineup that they work with there. Yeah, I'm going to do a couple of shifts here. Marvin Steed gets dropped down a bit. Yeah, there we go. Just to take a quick peek at the roster, you'll see that I got two different catchers here. Sakta, all of the starters, just like I did for the Outlaws in those All-Star games, the starters don't have a secondary position, so I did make some alterations. And then the non-starters all have the utility secondary positions, and then of course with Hanley I put him infield and outfield for his utility trait. Putting all this team together, there are a lot of discipline traits, and they're all at tier 3, so very interesting there. There's also a lot of scholarly traits that are not getting a boost, so we'll see if that plays a factor here. But Elmo Slayer was who I chose for the for the starter. For this one, I put him as a long reliever just so that he doesn't get a mojo drop, but also so that he doesn't hopefully last the entire game. And then all of the relievers I changed to relief pitchers except for K Frequin, so that there is more likely that they won't stay for very long. All right, when we change to the other team, oops, and now I just messed everything up, didn't I? Okay, cool. As we go to the other team, the War Beasts, I am going to sort by the right starters here. So your center field starter is going to be Archie Sormore. We're going to put Nick Everdale, normally third base. I moved him to short just because there wasn't truly a shortstop that deserved to make it to the All-Star game, in my opinion, especially over other names like Nick. Bolt Snow will be in the left. Kayla Carter at first. Elizabeth Nelson at second. Ren Hebert will not be starting in this one. I actually moved Oakley Reddier to right field so he could start. Archie Stormore in center. Caleb Thompson will be starting at third base. And Talia Erickson was actually the catcher selected for this team. And Bruce Wishwash will be the long reliever. And I'm actually going to use a pitcher for this. So Bruce, with his power and contact, I want to make sure that he gets an opportunity to show off what he can do. He had one game that he DH'd and he did not play very well. Peeking over at the full roster, I'll do this really quick. We'll have Talia, the only catcher on the team, so she'll have to gut it out no matter what. But she was the most productive, had the most hits of all of the catchers in the tournament, which was crazy. Kayla Carter was number 1 in the league's top 10. Trevor Wiggins represents the Arctics. Elizabeth Nelson from the Thumpers. Blanchard from the Lockhorns. We have Thompson from the Thumpers, Everdale from the Joyriders, Bolt Snow from the Prowl, Liam Undermeyer, the sole representative for the Buzzwings. Then we have Archie Stormore from the Thumpers, Gianni Duffy from the Underworld, Oakley Reddier from the Joyriders, Ren Hebert from the Justice. Then pitching-wise, I actually made sure every pitcher that was in the top 10 of league leaders was on here, but I also made sure that every team got represented here. So Bruce, then we have Werner, of course, from the Arctics, Warden Wang from the Justice. He still kept it in the top 10. Al Khan from the Joyriders, I believe. Titus Dismal, also from the Joyriders. We have Betwixt Rosales from the Underworld. Makai Botham from the Buzzwings. Dirth Hughes from the Joyriders. Wait, I'm sorry. Titus Dismal is from the Prowl. And then Zerwin Saunders, the Lockhorns representative. So that's what that team's going to look like. I'm going to rearrange this really quick just because I want to make sure that we don't have skewed team here because I put Bruce in the leadoff spot. Archie led off most of the year as the War Beasts. The Thumpers center fielder. So I'm going to put him there. Then let's do Elizabeth Nelson. She deserved some of that, so I'm going to make sure she gets up there. And we have who else performed? Kayla Carter will get the 3 spot. We'll put Thompson 4. The Nick Everdale, Bolt Snow actually above Nick. Oakley. Then Nick, then Bruce, then Talia. That's what we'll do. I don't know if you like it or not, but that's what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and get into the ball game at the Bengata Bowl. The Thumpers won it all, and you can see there's a ton of Thumpers representatives. There's also a ton of Joyriders on this team, but excited to see the results of a matchup like this, which should be pretty crazy. Tons of talent coming out here. We put the Elite Discord tournament together as a way to represent already talented players. And then when we put the best of the best onto one team, it just gets even crazier. So Bruce Wishwash will take the mound for the War Beasts and start slow against Squinch Toot Whistle. Gets a foul there, and it's going to be 2-1. Bruce was the best pitcher in the tournament. He turned it on late. He started off pretty slow, but figured it out when it mattered most, and he'll walk the first batter he faces in this All-Star game. They move from Squinch Toot Whistle over to Blammo Tamale. Blammo with Tier 3 inside pitch and Tier 3 off-speed hitter, so could get kind of crazy here. It starts with him with a fastball. Okay speed over there at first base, an average arm behind the plate. Chasing inside on the off-speed pitch there. Takes a ball low, so 2-2 count. And Blammo will take ball 3, so working it full. Bruce not starting off very accurate. He'll walk the first 2 batters he faces, and now 2 on and no outs for Tier 3 fastball hitter. The Hammerlong Ballo also has Tier 2 power versus righties. We'll see Tier 2 rally stopper activate, gets a fastball and pops up in a foul territory. And ranging back is Caleb Thompson. Great speed. Bruce drops the ball, getting thrown in. And first out of the game is a missed opportunity for Hammerlong Ballo. So now they turn to Sock to Song with Tier 3 off-speed hitter and Tier 2 power versus righties. And it's going to be a fastball. Kayla Carter throws it in the dirt, but nice recovery from Elizabeth Nelson, and then she doesn't know who to throw to. She just decides, I'm going to throw it to the bag. Bruce getting over there in time. Not the fastest guy coming off the mound, but he was able to get the double play. You love to see it. And the War Beasts get out of an unfortunate start for Bruce Wishwash. He's going to be thankful for his defense behind him there. So Elmo Slayer comes up, facing off against Archie Sormore. Went on one of the most torrid paces you'd ever seen in that series against the Prowl. It was nuts. He grounds this one down the third baseline. Beefcake has to hurry. He barehands it right in front of the bag and tosses a first in time for out number 1. Elizabeth Nelson, one of the most clutch hitters from the Thumpers, just came through time and time again for her team, and she kept getting the poor treatment of being sent down and further in the order. So that's why I put her in the 2 spot here. She has Tier 2 Mind Gamer. K Collector will activate for Elmo Slayer, and they call it on the corner for strike 3. Don't know about that. Seemed a bit questionable, but that'll turn it over to Kayla Carter with 2 outs. Huge producer for the Joyriders the entire tournament, the most consistent hitter of anybody that was in this tournament in the second year. She gets an off-speed pitch, but she's late and it goes foul out of play. So an 0-2 count, K Collector will activate along with Little Hack, and she pushes it up the middle past Squinch at second base. That's going to be a 2-out hit for Kayla Carter, so continuing to be reliable and consistent for her team. Caleb Thompson comes up with Tier 2 Ace Exterminator against Elmo Slayer. And he is not tense. The worry, the dude that was worried the entire tournament pretty much somehow found a way to produce. Moment here, and it's going to be ball 2, so 2-2 count with 2 outs and a runner on first. Swinging way ahead of the off-speed pitch there, and Caleb goes down. I think he's trying to set himself up for a big moment later in this ball game when he's going to be tense again. We'll see if that happens. Here comes Jock Sports, shortstop of the champs, and comes into this one looking to see if he can tag a ball. Wishwash hopes that does not happen. Starting a little bit better than his last, very much better than his last inning, as he's going to get a pop out into foul territory. Similar spot to the other one that happened against Hammer Longballo in the first inning. And so that's easy out number 1. Here comes Beefcake with Tier 3 high pitch. Or takes strike 1. There's a high pitch, but he chases out of the zone. 0-2 count, and Bruce doesn't get him to chase too high there, not competitive. And there's the high pitch he's looking for, but it is going to be out of the zone, and it's going to be lofted over to shortstop. Nick Everdale catches that. He recovered from his injury, so don't worry, everyone. Nick Everdale is okay. Now Marsha Brown comes up the DH for the team here. Young Marsha will ground to third. Caleb Thompson getting a lot of action there. The weak defender has made plenty of mistakes in the Elite Discord tournament history, but he's been clean so far with 3 opportunities in front of him. So 1-2-3 inning for Bruce Wishwash. He's looking nice and crisp now on the mound, and now Elmo looking to match him. He'll do so against Bolt Snow, but Bolt turns one around, sends it into left field, and that's going to be a leadoff base hit for him. Very productive for the Prowl. Someone you could rely on pretty consistently, despite the rest of his team struggling from time to time. And here comes Oakley Reddier, not as vicious with that Tier 2 Mind Gamer instead of Tier 3. But he's hoping that he can capitalize here against Elmo. Tier K Collector activated, and it's going to be pulled foul. And Chase is strike 3. Actually, I think that was still in the zone. But a very tough pitch, high and in, right there on the corner. And that's going to be swung through for strike 3. Out number 1, and Nick Everdale will come up. Tier 2 consistent. With his first at-bat here, he had a power swing, and this one's going to go fair down the third baseline into the corner. Ricochets right back to Marvin Steed. He's going to get it into second base, but not before Everdale slides into second safely for a one-out double. Runners on second and third for Bruce Wishwash, hoping to help his own cause. Excited to see him at the plate here. Despite being very slow, he has very good power and contact ratings. Sends it into deep center field. This one's carrying. I don't know if it's got enough on it. Right at the warning track as Blammo Tamale catching that. Tosses it in with his solid arm, but it's going to allow a run to score. So a big sacrifice fly from Bruce Wishwash makes this a 1-0 ball game. And the first team to crack are the champs as the War Beasts get on the board. Talia Erickson from the 9 spot looking to drive in that runner from third with 2 outs. Falls behind immediately 0-2. 30th pitch from Elmo is another foul, so staying alive is Talia. And she'll swing way off on the timing on that one, and that's going to be strike 3. But Bruce Wishwash helps his own cause. He puts a charge into one, flies out to deep center field, deep enough to score the run from third, and that is going to give him a lead heading into the top of the third here. Marvin swings at the first pitch he sees, pulls it down the right field line, and it's going to go just foul. Good contact there, and then he'll swing off the end of the bat, foul, so 0-2. And he'll hold off on the ball in the dirt. Doesn't chase high. And there it is, nice 94 mile an hour. I think that's a 2-seam fastball for Bruce, and he'll get that as a strikeout to start the third inning. Here comes Jacques Softin. Tier 2 first pitch Slayer taken for a ball. That make it 2-0, 3-0. Bruce trying to be careful here. And nice play from Kayla Carter. The 3-0 green light from Jacques Softin is lined to first for out number 2. Now, Toot Whistle here comes in with contact versus righties at tier 2. She walked in her first at-bat. And she hits one deep center field. This one carrying right up against the wall. And Archie Sormore looking to... Nope, doesn't even try. I thought he was going to try and leap for that one, but Squinch... She puts a toot into the horn of that ball, and I don't know if that made any sense. And she hits a home run to tie this one up, so a 2-out shot from the leadoff hitter. And the champs are back on the board. Bruce may be pretty upset with himself for that pitch, but he'll have to keep going because now he has to face off against Blammo. He also walked him in his first at-bat. Bruce approaching the 40-pitch mark. You'd see that he's past half stamina, and swinging out of the zone. Talia Erickson can't corral the ball initially, and Blammo almost made it to first on the drop third strike. They're able to get it over to first in time to get the last out, but not before Squinch Toot Whistle hits a huge home run to dead center to tie this one up, and competition continues here for the All-Star game as the champs put themselves right back into this one in the top half of the inning. So we go 0-2 here. Elmo Slayer with his K collector, and Archie Sormer with a huge pop down the line there. It hit the corner of the dirt, and Archie's going to have himself a sliding double. It looked like it hit that little spot where the dirt meets the grass behind third base, and it just shot up into the left field corner. I think it was a double no matter what, but that was a really weird ricochet there. And now Elizabeth with no outs and a man on second base looking to drive in his teammate, or her teammate, excuse me. Elizabeth 0 for 1 here. Tier 2 Mind Gamer activated against Elmo. K Collector activates 2-2, and she pushes one foul. We'll do it again. Archie standing on second with decent speed and throws her off, and she swings through strike 3. She loses some mojo, and she'll head back to the dugout with 1 out. Here comes Kayla Carter, 1 for 1 with a single. She hit one right up the middle, and she's looking for an off-speed pitch, one she can potentially drive. She gets it there, but off timing, and she fouls it off. There's another off-speed pitch and taken for a strike, so 1-2 count. Little hack will activate. Now it's gone. On the 2-2, Kayla doesn't chase inside. Full count here, and Kayla takes ball forward. Good eye for the stoic first baseman, and she reaches first, and now 2 on. 1 out for Caleb Thompson. Every time he comes up, we're just watching that mojo. He'll take strike 1 here. Ace Exterminator activated. Fouls one off, so he's down 0-2 immediately. Elmo Slayer struck him out once. This time it's not going to happen. Instead, it's a grounder to first base, and Elmo Slayer, Elmo Slayer will get out of the inning with a ground ball double play that goes 3-6-1 for the double play to end the inning. And you just saw it. Caleb Thompson just lost his mojo. So we'll see how long he stays in there, as this is now a problem for him at third. Excuse me. Hammer Longballo not able to make very good contact against Bruce Wishwash as he swings at the first pitch he sees. It just nubs the fastball over to second base for a ground out. Sakta misses that one and goes foul. Gets an off-speed pitch and pulls a foul, so down 0-2, and he won't chase. Bruce, this is the 45th pitch for him. Oh my gosh, right through his legs, I think, as that ball was tagged by Sakta Song into center field for a one-out base hit, and Jock Sports will come up 0-1. We're at high pressure now, and Bruce getting very tired. Decent attributes still, but he's prone to make a mistake in this situation, and he has to go another inning and a half, I think, to see if Simulated activates. And I don't think he'll make it. Runner takes off for second base. Sakta with great speed gets tagged out. Nick Everdale slapping the tag down. Nice throw from Talia Erickson. Not the greatest arm, but she made a great throw, and that's going to be out number 2. So now with full count here, 2 outs, nobody on, and Jock Sports, oh my gosh, hits Talia as he throws the bat and heads to first base. She picks up the ball after it bounced off the dirt, and she kind of said, what the hell, as he took off. Zerwin comes in for Bruce Wishwash. The first man out of the pen is Zerwin Saunders. He doesn't have his Tier 3 Elite Four-Seam fastball, Tier 2 only, but was a very effective pitcher on the mound for the Lockhorns in this second tournament. 3-1 count here for Beefcake, with 2 outs, and past Elizabeth Nelson into center field. Runner heading to third base with some wheels, and it's going to be first and third for Marsha Brown. Runner on third is responsibility of Bruce Wishwash. Runner on first is Zerwin's. There's 100 miles on the gun for that fastball from Zerwin Saunders, and chases out of the zone that curveball. So tough out activates at Tier 2 with 0-2 count and takes strike 3. That was a crazy pitch from Zerwin Saunders, and he gets out of it. Kind of his MO the entire tournament was get him into jams and then getting out of jams, and he did it again on that one. Nice pitching from the Lockhorn starter. And we head to the bottom of the fourth, tied 1-1. Bolt Snow 1-for-1 with a single. Elmo approaching the end of his day. Pulled well foul ahead of that one, and it goes out of play. Past 52 pitches here. Elmo gets K Collector. And Bolt Snow into the left field corner. Is this going to stay fair? It does. Bounces right in the corner there in front of the chalk line, just inside the chalk line. And that's going to be a long single for Bolt Snow as he could not get around the bases in time, and nice play from Marvin Steed in the corner there to get it in quickly. Infield a double play depth for Oakley Reddier. Oakley chased a pitch and struck out last time. This time Elmo's in a very different situation with his stamina. 3-1 count here. Swings way late on that, was only 80 miles an hour. He still swung late. Full count, and Oakley will send it into left field. So something we saw a lot in the tournament was a lot of power in the first round, and afterwards just kind of nickel and diming you to death. Oakley Reddier just getting on base consistently, and he'll do so there. So Norm Phenomeno comes in to replace Elmo Slayer. I should have made this a non-DH game. Bruce Wishwash would have still been able to play, though. Runner scores from second, and nice sliding play there. I think that was Nick Everdale with a huge RBI double there. I totally froze in my head what was happening, so apologies for that. And huge tie-breaking hit there from Nick Everdale And now Bruce Wishwash will dribble one over to first base, and it's going to be another successful at-bat for him as he drives in a run from third base on the infield ground out. So with one out and a runner on third base, ball gets past Jacques. He's able to corral it quickly. One out, and Talia Erickson looking to see if she can get this other runner in. 1-2 count. And Talia comes through with another single. RBI hit for her into right field. Runner scores easily, and Talia gets a mojo boost. So make this a 3-1 ball game, if I'm not mistaken. 4-1 ball game, excuse me. Norm Phenomenal already tense. Facing off against Archie Sormer, 1 for 2 with a double. Archie chases one well high. And then swings late there, 0-2 count. And wow, a mistake from Norm Phenomenal, but he got lucky as Archie was well ahead of that one. Oh, and Norm goes down. Oh, and it gets thrown out of play. It's going into right field corner. Running after it is Hammerlong Ballo in no man's land. They got very lucky that Talia is so slow as she could not score from that one. And what a mess. We saw Norm get blasted in the face. We saw Beefcake throw that into right field corner. Runners on second and third with one out. And then they bring in Kay Frequin in the fourth inning too early, and that'll score 2 runs. Is a hit there from Elizabeth Nelson. It'll get her mojo back. So they have multiple relief pitchers to choose from. They end up going with the closer and a non-closer situation, which means she's going to come in immediately tense. Very odd situation here for the SMB champs as they're scrambling to figure out just some way to solve the problem of the offense of this all-star team for the all-star team for the Elite Discord tournament. 6-1 now, and Kayla Carter strikes out. Kayla Thompson is tense, and Ace Exterminator has activated. 0 for 2 today. Does he do it? Does he do it with now that he's tense? Take strike 1. Screwball outside. Fastball high. Swings through strike 2. K Collector activates. Caleb Thompson will pop it up, and it's going to get out of play, so we'll do it again. 1-2, 2 outs. And a dribbler off the end of the bat. It's going to go straight to Sakta Song to end the inning. I really wanted that to happen. It would have been hilarious. But a huge inning from the War Beasts as they get 5 runs across. They're able to go through 2 pitchers and pull their closer early. So likely going to get through at least a third pitcher before they see the rest of the bullpen here. Very interesting choice for the champs. Marvin Steed comes in. He is tense. I don't know why he's tense. Sprinter will activate and go foul. 0-2 count here. Zerwin still trucking along on the mound. And Marvin sends it into right center field, but it looks like it's going to hang up, and Archie gets there in time for out number 1. Jacques Softin will now come up 0 for 1. And takes ball 1, so first pitch Slayer is gone. Get a strike there, and Zerwin loses control there, and it goes into the dirt off the glove of Erickson. Gets a strike there, 2-2 count, and we'll make it full. Pulled foul there, and Jock stays alive. But takes strike 3, so he has the elite four-seam fastball, but he's using that to mix really well with his off-speed pitches, and it is just fooling these hitters right now. 2 outs for Squint Tooch Whistle. Squinch Toot Whistle. And she strikes out on a fastball right at the top of the zone, and she froze. She's the only production for the champs so far today. And Zerwin Saunders comes in and picks up exactly where Bruce Wishwash left off. Now Bolt Snow will come up for the War Beasts. Pulls the first one foul. Frequent still tense, already at the 13 pitch mark, so she's not likely going to be in this one much longer. K Collector activates on a 1-2 count. and just goes foul down the right field line and out of play. Bolt looking to find another opportunity to drive. He's 2 for 2 with 2 singles so far. And make it 3 for 3 as this one's going to get down in fair territory down the right field line. And again, he's stuck Halliday at first base as a nice play from Hammer Longballo, able to get that one in time. Get with that one in time to hold the runner at first base. But Bolt becomes locked in. He's having himself a really great day here. And now Oakley Reddier comes up 1 for 2 with a single. And he'll make it 2 for 3 as he gets a base hit. Same spot as last time into left field and 2 on, no outs. Kay now has to face off against Nick Everdale, 2 for 2 with 2 doubles and an RBI in his last at bat. He has shown very consistent for the War Beast today. Frequent, tense, exhausted, stamina depleted so quickly right now, and she don't know why she's still out there. 3-1 count. Nick looking for a pitch to drive, and instead it'll take ball 4. So it'll be bases loaded and no outs. Bruce Wishwash, who's 0 for 1 with 2 RBIs. They'll pull K Frequent for Alana Lantana. Again, that's who they had in the bullpen, and they chose to go to K in the 4th inning. So wild. Bruce takes a first pitch strike and sends it into right field, and this one's going to get down past Hammer Longballo, who misplays it. Blambo Tamale's going to get to it. Bruce with a bases clearing double. 3 runs come across the score. You can hear the elk call, or whatever that noise is, going off like crazy for the War Beasts. And big moment for Bruce Wishwash, who started this game, pitched really well, stays in as in the lineup and has been very productive. This War Beast team has been having a lot of fun out here today, up 9-1 here in the bottom of the 5th. Alana Lantana is already tense. Talia shatters the bat, and it causes Lantana to misplay it. Luckily, good backup there from the second baseman, Toot Whistle, who's able to get it over to first in time for out number 1. Runner advances to third. Infield in. Archie sends one to deep left, but it looks like it's going to die very high and not deep enough as Bruce has no speed. So runner holds, and Archie does not get his sac fly. Elizabeth Nelson 1 for 3 with a single and 2 RBIs, continuing her success from the tournament. And Alana looking to recover from her poor start so far. She's tense. Elizabeth pops foul, 1-2 count. K Collector activates once again, and she'll make just enough contact to foul that one off. Pulls another one, so staying alive. Good battle brewing here. With 2 outs and a runner on third base, Elizabeth looking to bring in her teammate. And she will. She gets a base hit up the middle, and she'll come up big with a RBI single. Make that 3 RBIs for her today, and it's now 10-1. Game is starting to get out of hand for the War Beasts against the champs. Just pure domination so far in this one on both sides of the ball. Kayla Carter, 1 for 2 with a walk and a single. She struck out last time. She'll take a strike there. Little Hack still activated, and so is K Collector. It'll be ball 2. Oh, there she goes. Kayla Carter. The big home run in this one is off of her bat, as it always was in the tournament. And holy moly, did she drive that one. She takes a joyride around the bases. I think that was, 440? 441 or so? So big moment for her. Love to see that. And a 2-run shot makes this now 12-1. This is just getting out of hand. No one in the bullpen of the SMB champs could figure out how to get this team out. Caleb still 10-2. Fouls one off. Fouls another one off. He'll still have Ace Exterminator activated, offsetting his debuff there, but he'll strike out again. What a miserable day for him. unfortunately, his ability to play well tense has not come to fruition the way it did so many times during the tournament. Blamo 0 for 1 with a walk. Zerwin Saunders is locked in, still on the mound, throwing 98 miles an hour, halfway through his stamina. That one was at 100 miles an hour, so still touching triple digits. Gets ahead in the count 1-2, and will play outside the zone, but no chase from Blamo. So we'll paint the corner there for strike 3. So nice pitch there from Zerwin Saunders. 30th pitch on the way. Hammer has not been making good contact. He'll chase out of the zone there. There he gets a hold of one. He sends it to deep left center field. And this one is going to get out of here for Hammer Longballo. Gets a fastball and times it up perfectly. He has been struggling, and he goes 435 the opposite way to give a little bit of hope maybe for the champs, as they're now only down by 10 runs. Which are 2 solo shots today, being the only way that the champs have been able to get on the board. Zerwin Saunders gets pulled for Titus Dismal. Titus for the Prowlers. Pitched incredibly well for him. Sakta tense after getting caught stealing second base earlier today. Fouls off an off-speed pitch. Way late on the 99-mile-an-hour fastball, and gets another fastball that he sends into left field, but it's going to hang up for Bolt Snow for out number 2.
The shortstop, number 12, Jacques Sports.
Jacques Sports will now take to the plate. 0 for 2 today with a walk, I believe. 0 for 1 with a walk. And Titus throwing some gas. Mixing it up with the curveball there. 1-2 count, and Sports will take ball 2. Fouling another one off to stay alive. Takes outside, so we'll go full with 2 outs. Fighting off another pitch, and he fouls one off, so we'll do it again. And this one's going to sneak up the middle, just past the glove of Dismal, who couldn't get his glove or knock it down. Excuse me, and that's going to be a 2-out single for Jock Sports, and now Beefcake, who's tense after airmailing one into right field. Off the glove, 53% chance to miss that one, and Titus can't get it to first in time. So Beefcake gets his mojo back. 2 on, 2 outs for Marsha Brown, who's 0 for 2. Don't say it's not over just yet. Titus not having a very good start to this in this game so far. Getting 1 out and then allowing 2 base hits. This one from Marsha, sent into left center field. Archie Stormore coming out of nowhere. I didn't think there was any chance he was getting to this one, but it hung up just long enough. And he comes diving in. Bolt Snow was angled for planning for that ball to drop, and Archie cuts in front of him. Dives to make the play to end the inning, and the champs had a bit of a rally going there, but couldn't follow through on it. And we then head to the bottom of the 6th inning here for Bolt Snow. And actually, Bruce Wishwash is batting, so we might see stimulated activate for him offensively. Bolt gets another base hit, another single, so he's 4 for 4 with 4 singles today. This one up the middle. Oakley comes up 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Mind Gamer will activate Alana Lantana gassed. She is affected by that Mind Gamer trait, and Oakley does it again. Another base hit to left field, and we'll make that 3 for 4 for him, I believe. Nick Everdale, 2 for 2, 2 doubles, a walk, and an RBI.
Now pitching, Elvis.
Wow, they pull Alana Lantana for Elvis Stanley in an exhibition matchup where there's about 3 other pitchers at least in the bullpen for the champs. I really don't know what this decision is all about. Elvis, 2-2 count here with no outs, throws it in the dirt. And Nick will get another walk. Runners advance, and now Bruce Wishwash will not get the the stimulated trait. But look at that. 1 for 2 with a double and 5 RBIs What a day for the pitcher here at the plate. Elvis trying to figure out how he's going to get out of this. Bases loaded, and Bruce comes through again. It's going to be station-to-station ball, but make that his 6th RBI of this game from Bruce Wishwash. I think the Thumpers made a mistake by not letting him be their DH throughout the tournament, but obviously it didn't matter too much. But man, what a missed opportunity we've had. Talia drives one into center field. One run comes around, another runner coming home, and sliding in safely is Nick Everdale, and make that an RBI single for Talia Erickson. The hit parade continues. Still no outs. Runners on first and second. 15-2. Elvis is rattled. And Archie Sormore sends it into deep center field. This one is right off the base of the wall, right in the corner there. One run comes across, and very slow Talia Erickson cannot score from first base. It's going to be an RBI double for Archie Sormore, make it 16-2. And it's getting way out of hand here. Elizabeth Nelson now comes up. Still no outs. Takes a strike. Elvis Stanley just doing his best. Elizabeth Nelson sends it to deep right field. And this one's going to get down on the warning track. Hammerlong Balla will scoop it up, but not before 2 runs come across the score on the 2-run double for Elizabeth Nelson. And oh my goodness, this is just getting insane at this point. I don't know why I made it 7 innings instead of 6. I figured it would give us a chance to see a few more players, but none of these war beasts are being replaced. There she goes again, Kayla Carter. Her 2nd home run of this game is a 2-run shot this time. I think it was his last time as well. And this one goes even farther, 454 to make it 20-2. Elvis Stanley just completely screwed on the mound at this point. Caleb Thompson 0 for 4. Maybe this is his opportunity to get on base. Ace Exterminator is activated because that's really interesting. Ace Exterminator is activated because Elvis Stanley is an A-rated player. So if anyone was ever thinking about that, which had never even occurred to me until now, yes, position players as A- or better will still activate the Ace Exterminator trait against other batters. Caleb reaches on a walk, and now Bolt Snow, who led off this inning with a base hit, comes back up to the plate and fouls one off. So on a 2-1 count, still nobody out. 9 batters have reached base safely so far. Full count now for Bolt. 4 for 4 with 4 singles. And he grounds to second base. Squinch over to Sports, over to Song. Double play. And just like that, we go from 1 on, no outs to 2 outs and nobody on for Oakley Reddier. Bolt Snow, who's been playing really well today, just hits it in the wrong spot. And I guess it had to end sooner or later, but I was just very curious to see how long we'd go. Oakley Reddier could keep this going. 2-2 count, 2 outs. And he'll take ball 3. So at full count here, Elvis just begging to get out of this inning. And it's not going to happen yet as Oakley sends one to left center field. On his horse, he heads around second base and decides to stop with a 2-out double. His mojo goes up. And now Nick Everdale will come up. Walked last time up. Great speed on second base. We're not out of this one just yet. Elvis Stanley just can't believe it. Nick, deep left center field. Does this have enough on it? Right up against the wall. Blammo Tamale calls it, catches that. Face against the wall, and he'll end the inning. But 8 runs come across. And I did not expect this game to go this way. This might be the team that every other Elite Discord tournament has to run through for the All-Star game. This second iteration of the War Beasts is what we likely will see going forward. What a wild outcome this has been. 20-2 here in the top of the 7th. Marvin Steed, the first of batters that need to be trying to battle back, needing to score 18 runs here in one inning. 2-2 count. And Marvin will strike out, swinging at a pitch way out of the zone. Dismal gets his mojo back, I believe. If not, he's just confident. He does get his mojo back. Jacques Softin, 0 for 2 today. Takes a ball for the first pitch Slayer to go away and then fouls one off. There's strike 2. And a dribbler past the pitcher. Elizabeth Nelson will scoop it and toss to first for out number 2. Last Hope Squinch toot whistle. Had a home run in her second at bat. She walked last time. She hits this one very hard, but sky high, almost hitting the dome there. And Oakley Reddier will call it and catch it to end this game. And boy, did it need to end as the War Beast completely destroyed the SMB All-Stars. I don't think that this would happen this way. If you replayed this 20 times, I doubt that there would be a game this dominant. We got lucky to see it this way. It was really crazy. 2 runs for the champs, and it was just 2 solo shots for the War Beast. 20 runs on 23 hits. Champs also with 2 errors, so that's pretty embarrassing for them. The 2 home runs for the champs were from Squinch and from Hammer. 2-hit day for Beefcake McStevens, but nothing else to show for this team. A couple of walks, but nothing else. For the War Beasts, my God, 3 for 5 for Archie. 2 runs scored, 1 RBI. Elizabeth Nelson, 3 for 5, 2 runs, 5 RBIs. Kayla Carter, 3 for 4, 2 runs scored, 2 home runs, 4 RBIs. Caleb Thompson, though, oof. 0 for 4 with 1 walk. He struck out twice. That was ugly. And then look at that. 4 for 5 from Bolt Snow. He scored 4 times. 4 for 5 from Oakley Reddier. He scored 3 times. Nick Everdale, 2 for 3 with 3 runs scored, an RBI, and 2 walks. Bruce Wishwash, he has to be the player of the game here. 2 for 3, 2 runs scored, 6 RBIs. And then Talia Erickson, 2 for 4 with 2 runs and 3 RBIs. It might be Kayla Carter for her 2 home runs, but Bruce maybe deserves this a little bit better for his pitching performance combined as well. Speaking of which, look at that line for the champs. Elmo Slayer went 3 innings, and then you just see a mess of pitching performances from the rest of these players. Elmo was the best of the bunch, and it was really ugly. Norm got blasted in the face. He got pulled early, but wasn't pitching well when he was in. And then I'm going to give some props to Elvis Stanley, who had to pitch an inning's worth of work, giving up 6 hits, giving up 1 home run, but 6 earned runs total and 2 walks. Just a tough day for the champs. And on the other side, Bruce Wishwash goes 3 2/3 because he didn't go 4 innings. He doesn't get credit for the win. He does give up 2 hits. One was a solo home run. That was his only earned run. He walked 3 and struck out 2. Zerwin Saunders gets the win 1 2/3, 2 hits, 1 earned run. It was a solo shot and 4 strikeouts. And then Titus Dismal, 1 2/3, 2 hits and 1 strikeout. Kayla gets number 1, Bruce gets number 2, and Elizabeth Nelson number 3. So three players that went to the championship round all show up here. Kayla Carter, who was the number 1 player in the entire tournament, becomes number 1 here. Bruce and Elizabeth following suit. Wow. I did not see it playing out that way. That was crazy. That was a lot of fun. And just a wild way to cap off a wild tournament. I'll head over to the tournament really quick just to show you all a quick reminder once again that the Thumpers took it in 4 against the Joyriders. And whew. All right, listen up. I know that I did not do any of those fancy edited recap videos for this tournament, and I do apologize for that. There's a lot of legwork to do those because I don't have any editing software. I'm doing all this from my PS5. It's using like the Share Factory app from this, and it's just really tedious work. So apologies that I didn't get anything fancy done for this tournament. However, I promise you that I'll make up for it for the next project that's in the works here. Still ironing out some details. Um, I will probably have things sorted out and ready to go by the time that you're watching this video. But I am very excited for what is coming next. I hope that all of you have enjoyed kind of this continuous content. We did the second iteration of the Elite Discord tournament. Tell me what you want to see in the future. Do you want us to use these same players? Do we just do another tournament where we put together a new set of 8 teams and do some drafting like we've done here? Do we do a new set of teams? How do you want to put this together? Let me know your thoughts and your feedback in the comments down below. If you haven't been able to, please go check out my Outlaw series, the Chemlock League. That has been probably one of the most fun things I've ever done in this game and all the time that I've put into it. Go watch it from the beginning. Really, really enjoyable content there with a challenge added in. So check that out if you're looking for a different way to play SMB. There's a really cool idea that we came up with over there. But subscribe so that you can be notified when I drop more content, and keep continuing to interact with me in the comments down below. Can't wait for you to see what's coming next because it is really, really fun idea that I came up with some people, a lot of the same people that were in this Elite Discord tournament. So if you're enjoying this, continue to subscribe, continue to follow along as we have a lot more coming your way. But thank you so much. I hope that you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.